Ah, much better. Okay, good. Let's crack on. Hey, Dark buddy, how you doing, man? Sorry for not being on yesterday, but I had to do a little bit of soul searching, a little bit of uh, what's the word? Revising, revising. I guess would be the thing. I had to reevaluate. That's it. I had to reevaluate a few things with the streams, and I think I figured it out a little bit. I got a little bit too because I went pretty hardcore last week with 2 hours, 4 hours a day. I went a little bit hardcore, but instead we're going to do it differently. In that I'm focusing on the painting. So I made a plan for what I want to paint, and that's how we're going about it. So pinks was the issue. That's what scuppered us the other day, wasn't it? So I've got this old bit of model here that has to be painted, but we're going to do some pink variations to try and figure out the Genestealers, and then we move on to the other bits. Yeah, I had to refigure it. So one thing is, don't look at the damn analytics. That's what I got to stay away from them. Like, upload when I want, paint what I want, have a plan, because I want to paint, so I might as well do this because it helps me get painting. So this is Emperor's Children, and we want 2 patches of this to test. So there's one there. Oh, it could just be one big patch, actually. So we're attempting to get the Genestealer colours. Okay, there we go. So that's one bit. Now we need another bit with Fulgrim. So I'm aiming for Genestealer colours. That's what I'm aiming for, but it's going to be a bit more pale. But I thought about having the recesses a little bit lighter in the form of having them in the pinks. So let's just have a bit on here. That's a lot lighter, isn't it, that? Okay. There we go. Right. Pink test. Ahoy hoy. That's that. So I'll let that dry. Whilst that's drying, I'm going to get on the eyes of the Genestealers. Oh, I assembled one of the Van Saar guys as well. The one with the long las. They're pretty fiddly. I'll be honest. They're very fiddly models. But the original plan for last night was to be an assembly stream. But assembly stream, not a good idea. Not doing them. Ah, nice cup of tea. Right. So I'm just going to blob a bit of white in the eyes and then just go over it with a wash. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go Correx white. Oh, yeah. The Van Saar guys, they are super fiddly. Yeah. The arms are holding onto the gun, and they've got like these little pipes that go around their necks. Drop over their shoulders, and these little pipes on the gun that get attached to the side of the head. They're fiddly. I dropped a couple of bits as well, but luckily I made sure to have a big old tray. But they're super fiddly. But it's nice. It's really nice that I now am going to have like off-stream stuff, which will be assembly, getting varnishes on now that we've discovered varnishes. So yeah, so it's nice that I figured that out, and I've reevaluated. This is a giant brush for this. Why am I doing this for the eyes? It's gigantic, but I mean, we do want to. I need to bleed some of that out. Actually, maybe that's just bonkers. Have I just gone insane right there? Have I just gone incredibly bonkers with that? Well, there's an ink going in there anyway, so it doesn't matter if it's patchy. I know I went to all that effort to do the edges around the eye, but I'm all right with it, you know, because because Francois said blue, and I was like, I'm and about blue, but I've decided that it's a good idea for Francois to have them blue. So all we're going to do is just this, just that. Who's the fiddly sister of Battle Boss? She is not as fiddly as the Van Saars. You're talking about that Moran Val, and I have one of those. She was not as fiddly as these guys. These guys are up there fiddly with the other sister of Battle, the Living Saint. She was more fiddly. She was friggin' super duper fiddlers. Diddly fiddlers. Oh, this guy doesn't have eyes. Oh, what about the mouths? Yeah, they're more fiddly, more fiddly. I'm gonna put some on the teeth as well. Let's just get some in the mouth, like so. Oh yeah, yeah. Moore and Val, I found a relatively easy assembly. Apart from around the suit bits, they were fiddly. But yeah, they're oh, maybe they're about even actually. Maybe I'm over dramatizing it. Maybe they're about evens. 1,000 Suns going. Ah, yeah. I think 1,000 Suns might be a lot of fun to paint because with Zeech, you can just be changing everything, can't you? You can really get carried away with them. I think it would be. I think they'd probably be pretty delicious to paint. I really like the demon ones. What are they called? Uzgors or something. The kind of beaky guys. I like them. Um, yeah, I think they would be a lot of fun to paint. But 1,000 Suns proportions are a little bit. The Marines proportions I feel a little bit squiffy still. That's the one. Yeah, that's totally the name. They look quite fun to paint, I would say. There we go. That's those. Nice, nice, nice. Now the next step is some Reichland Flesh Shade and some tea. Mm. Dark, you still with me? Yeah. So the plan is don't look at analytics. Paint when I've got a plan. Paint when I want. Um, Again, don't look at the analytics. And then if the social isn't happening, um, just don't go past the 2 hour. Go to the 2 hour mark, as that's the one we kind of set ourselves. But then don't go past if the social's not there, so that I don't get stressed out. Because for some reason I was getting stressed out about it. Ridiculous, huh? Boop, 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 boop. Yeah, got because I pushed too hard. I pushed too hard last week. I got too fixated on the analytics, and I don't think you can force it. I think it happens or it doesn't. But what I've not got to do is get locked in like I do with things. Just because I genuinely missed painting yesterday, but I just worked myself up too much. So I think it's got to be about the progress. Oh, cool. Thanks, man. Appreciate you listening. Mm. You know what? Let's just see how many of these we. I just want to do all of these. I want to try and get a little bit of a production line going because I want to get these Terminators off the desk and game ready. Francois! Hey, buddy. How you doing, man? Let me know how you doing. A little bit of social? Yes, please. Wouldn't mind. Oh, a little bit of home decorating. I'm pretty sure if I owned my own place, I would get into home decorating, but I don't see the point on a rental. I just need to go turn off my heat. Out 1 sec. Ah. Well, that sounds good. A slumlord crack house. Okay, so you bought that place and that's what you're fixing up. How far along are you on the fixing up? 2 years. Okay. Oh, good for you, man. Hey, Anne. How you doing, buddy? Got the wall rewire the entire place, got rid of all the bugs, yanked out the old carpet, sold appliances, new doors, new windows, now ready to wrap up the old guest room. Sounds like progress. Right, I need to lift this veil to look for some Terminators. Any lurking? There's this one that's a bit naffed. I might glue him. Ah, there's some hiding up there as well. Yeah. The base. There's a base somewhere. But don't get bogged down. Continue progressing. There we go, that looks a little bit more organised. You put flooring, install the crown moulding, don't even know what crown moulding is, and trim, I guess that's like boards on around the edges. That'll be the first finished room after I install the in-wall electric fireplace and the room's heating. Okay, sounds like you're doing a lot of DIY. Those Terminators are looking a little bit better hanging out down there now. Right, let's Leadbelcher some swords. Leadbelcher Runefang, Leadbelcher, yeah. Leviathan, hey buddy. That's all that needs. Also, Dave, I don't know if you saw my response to you on Discord, but I was offer to you wanting to be clear and free for the love of the game. You mean the tweaking and upgrading of the Discord thingy, the Discord tweakings that you studied it and you'd like to do it for me? Is that what it was? Did I mix up my names? Yeah, the Discord. Well, I mean, like, you can have at it, but I don't want to. The issue is I don't want to put you out for nothing, and especially if it's something, as you say, that you know people pay you for. So I don't want you to necessarily just do it for free. You know, like I'd rather pay you, if that makes sense. But the issue is, what paying to get the Discord going is an incredibly low priority. So. Yeah, but still, you did it for money, you know? So I feel like I should pay you for it, but I, I'm well, not to put too fine a point on it, I'm broke ass poor. I know there's a lot of models lying around, but I got all these when I was working, so yeah. And then the rest is table trades, and I've kind of overindulged on that front as well. So yeah, I want to, because I could not work more hours, it was not legal in the UK. Well, I mean, it could just be like, I don't know how it works. So it wouldn't be actual employment. Um, Not as sure what the laws on that would be, to be honest. Feels like a bit of a grey area. Okay, sure. Take me through what exactly you want to do. And also D&D. I feel like I might have a D&D player inside me, if that makes sense. I think I might have it in me to make a character. Some Fox's biscuits. I'd give you biscuits. Yeah, you don't need to do that, man. I mean, we could, but I don't think we get that many new members on the Discord. The biggest concern is inconveniencing you. You know, putting you out. That's the Ready rolls are about support people, support channels and stuff. Super chat. Yeah, it sounds like you need admin status to do these things. And if it was anyone else, I would suspect foul play. But I've known you so long. Oh, that would suck if it was, if you did jip me. But I know you won't, but oh, it'd suck how long I've known you. But yeah, do you need like a role or something? Because I had Mikey and Random doing all the administration stuff and doing all the Discord stuff way back in the day. There might still be a perk. Sounds like a plan. Yeah. No, Leviathan. I'm not worried about foul play on your part. Not in the slightest. Not in the slightest. It just popped into my head as like a thought. I don't legitimately think there's an issue there at all. So we got our pinks, right? Now our recesses. They don't look terribly pink. We need to put a little bit more on. Yeah, we can do that, Leviathan. I just don't know when I can set it up, but we can definitely do it. See if we can build up this with a second layer. Yeet. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Without a doubt, Leviathan, we can totally do it. We can totes do it, bud. If you enjoy that kind of thing, that would be great. We can. I can recommend you to other people to do it as well, and if that can be a paying thing, then maybe we can do something like that. It's incredibly nice of you, frankly. There we go. Pinks are on for our test palette. Right, the Genestealer's eyes are done. What I'm going to do is I'm going to whack this in. This is what I'm going to put in the eyes. Like Francois said, a blue. So we're going to go with this blue. A good map. Ooh. There's quite a lot of ink in that eye. Gonna try and just bleed a little bit out. Looks like the eyes are going to stay purple, but with a little blue highlight around them. Well, they kind of look a little bit milky. I quite like them. Might be able to do something with the pupils rather than leaving them purple, but yeah, it's kind of something. Once the eyes are done, I'll do the mouths. All right, so Leviathan, let's get the conversation going. If I was to start D&D, where do I even start? What do I do? Is there like a box set or something? Where do I begin with that? I have no idea. Player's handbook. So there's a handbook I need to get. Not even any models. Oh, that's all the eyes. Wait, so D&D isn't a models game? Maybe I don't have much of an imagination. Right, let's try pink test. So the lighter one, I'm going to go try and Wraithbone with it. Hi, Jav. How's it going, buddy? Okay, so from what I'm hearing, models change how the game feels. So is your character just represented on paper by statistics? Ah, okay. That's a contender, but it's going to need some highlights, that's for sure. Let's try a little bit of the bone over the darker pink and see what we think about that. So over the darker pink, it gets patchier. Right, that's Wraithbone on the lighter pink, darker pink, sorry. So now I found this, I found Screaming Skull, which is a lot darker, which we're going to give a whirl as well. So it's not actually a miniatures game, D&D. Imagination is pretty good though, like being able to imagine things. It's a lot easier to represent. Yeah, it looks mucky, doesn't it, on the darker pink? The lighter pink and the Wraithbone look pretty yummy. Yeah, I get it. I totally get it. I totally get where your point is. Right, let's let this dry. At the moment, I'm currently leaning towards the lighter pink. Yeah, I get it. It's two different, very different creatures, clearly. TOTM? TOTM? I'm missing something? Ah, Theatre of the Mind. Okay. Appreciate that, Leviathan. Thanks, man. Thanks, man. We're just making some cheeky progress. I might still be around by the time you're done. If you come back, we'll see how we get on. If the social's there, I'll stay past the 2 hour mark. If not, it's business paint stream. Ah, here he is. Oh, okay, Francois. So you're probably the right person to ask then. Squeak hogs. What are squeak hogs? The savage orc half squig bite guys. Is that what they are? Free stuff is nice. Free stuff feels different to bought stuff. You know, it just has a different feel that you can't replicate. But free stuff is nice. I like free stuff. Hey, Squig. Gabos, is that the Christmas Goblin guy? And if it is, no, I have none of them. Yeah, I mean, I can get one, but yeah, I can get one now. Yeah, but do I want one? No. I'm trying to curb the spending. I got enough. I got enough going on with this. I like where I'm at with this. I got plenty of stuff that I can get assembled. If I want a little extra spice, a little variety, something new, then it's going to be Krieg or Votan. So that's the direction I'll be going. But we got a lot of game systems, a lot of stuff squirreled away. So I think for the moment, life is good. No additional bits and bobs needed. I did buy those paint sets at 70% off from Army Painter. Kind of regret buying it. Should have kept hold of the money. Shouldn't have spent it. I know it was only 38 euros in total, but even so. What's my best orc? The best orcs are the ones that I don't own, unfortunately. I think Gazgol looks amazing. I think the Savage Orc, just regular infantry guys, look amazing. The boss on the big squig looks amazing. And the Savage Orc on the big old dragon for Age of Sigmar looks amazing. So, yeah, the best ones are the ones I don't have, unfortunately. I think you've got to find a team, haven't you? That's what it is. You've got to find buddies. Squig, my day's been good. Just taking care of my daughter. She's been a bit sick. My older and my wife went to a birthday party. So it's just been me and her kicking about. I've been reading a lot of Harry Potter, playing some hide and seek, just generally looking after her, poor little thing. Spoke to an old friend of mine for my trip to the UK next weekend. And he's invited me to stay with him on the Sunday night, which means it's actually a 3-day party mania trip, traveling by day, partying by night. I've only drank 2 times this year. This will be the third. So I don't know how my body's going to deal with that, but it's going to be mayhem for 3 days, 4 days, 3 nights. So that's really rather nice. But yeah, that's my day. What about you? How's that going? In fact, my day's going so good, I'm going to celebrate it by having myself a cup of tea. I'll be right back. Let me just move this a little bit. Well, I'm going all over, Squig. I will give you the list of the travel arrangements in just a moment. Let's see how many fall off. Tea's brewing, so I'm going to come by. Did I lose any? No, it doesn't look like anyone fell off, actually. Just looks like some got nudged together, but we're all good. Okay, so Squig, you still with me? I'll give you the lowdown on the party tour. Right, eyes as well. So they've dried, but I think they need a little lightening. I think they need to look a little milkier, so I'm going to pop a little bit of white on those eyes. Just a little bit. Not a lot, just a little. I think that will bring them up a treat, and by then my tea should be ready. So yeah, Squig, if you let me know you're still here, I will give you the list. I think they're ready, to be honest. I like how the bases came out. I really enjoy those. But I think I just want to bring the eyes up a little bit. I know Francois said blue, but they're blue in the recesses. So I have listened to him. And I think we might have a winner with the pinks, maybe. But that's also going to need some white, just to see if my idea in my mind works. So Squig, I fly into Gatwick Airport on the Friday, and then I travel down from Gatwick to Portsmouth Harbour, where I will take a boat across to the Isle of Wight for the first night. I'll spend the night there, drinking beer until it's flowing out of my eyeballs, and then the next day I will be travelling by train for about 9 hours, all the way down to a place called Newquay, where I will then try and find a way, be it hitchhiking on a tractor or a taxi or walking to Padstow, which is a few kilometres away to the north, where I'll be spending my second night of partying, where I'll have a big slap-up dinner celebrating my birthday. And then from there I will be travelling by plane to Stansted, from Newquay to Stansted, and then from there I will travel to Brighton, where I will have the third night, which will be again partying with friends. So yeah, it's a bit of a 3-day mayhem, actually. Very much looking forward to it. I was going to do the eyes. Well, I want to do this one as well, actually. Let's just pop a little bit of white on this and see if that does in fact make it look how I would like it to look. I'm hoping it does two things. One, makes it look less patchy, and two, just brings it up. Thanks, Francois. It's not my birthday, but I am a guest at the birthday. Well, in fact, technically I'm a guest at all of these places. None of them are directly involving me. I am merely a guest. Yeah, not wanting to get too bogged down on the details, but my travel arrangements are specifically tailored to avoid such culturally rich areas, shall we say. I am a bit nervous about going because, like, where I live, Helsinki, and this specific part of Helsinki is incredibly safe. It's like life on easy mode. It's positively utopian. So it's just people going about their lovely days, being surrounded by nature and just enjoying their lives. It's ridiculous. So yeah, I'm a bit worried about that. But like I said, specifically avoiding such places. It goes a little murkier, but it's quite a smooth layer, though. I will give it that. My best painted orc? Well, it would probably be my orc in Megarama, wherever he is. But I don't know where he is. Let me see. Let me think where he could be. He might be in the painting drawer. I will go check, because he's my go-to for magnets. I think we might have a winner with that one. I think that might be my Genestealer Flesh. Maybe. But this one looks a little bit patchy, but it might clean up with a bit of white on it. So let's do that as well. I'm going to go get the orc. Well, I'm going to look for it. Hang on a sec. No, sorry, Squig. I don't have him to hand. I did find another Terminator though. But yeah, the Squig, don't know. Not the Squig, the Orc, I don't know where he is. But what I will do is I will track him down for next stream. I just don't want to spend my painting time now rummaging around for him when I can't find him. Let's just see how this side behaves. But the Corax white is more grey than white, I feel. But I'm not worrying about too much about those details. I want to see the difference in contrast. I want to see if I can clean up this. Oh, it just totally covers it over though. What do we think, gentlemen? Do we think it's Orc skin? I tend to vary it. I like to go brighter, but I know that in the lore, darker skin means meaner Orc, from what I understand. But I tend to go quite light. But the truth is, I haven't painted Orcs for some time, so I don't know currently. I've got the Orc Battalion, the Old World Battalion, which I'm really looking forward to, especially now that I know how I'm going to convert the chariots. They look largely the same, only the pinks look more pink. Maybe Corax white isn't the way to go. Kind of like the light pinks, but you can hardly see the pink recesses. I'm not sure I like either side, but if I was to pick one, I would pick this side. But the Corax white is a little bit. I need a good white. The white scar is the white I want, but it's all mangy. I need a good white is what I need. Let's just try a little. So there's a teeny bit of white scar on here. But it's so watery, you can see it's immediately an issue. I need a good white. I don't have a good white. I'm just going to leave bail on that. Is that a workshop white? It's not, if I'm not mistaken. But I do need a white. I think I've got that written on a post-it note somewhere, actually. No worries, Squig. Night. If you've been paying attention, I've already done Wraithbone, buddy. But you weren't, evidently. No, I've already tried Wraithbone. That was with the layer underneath. I don't like the Corax. It's too grey-white rather than white-white, if that makes sense. I need to look up. You know what I need to what? I need to write down this creamer coat and find it. There's a pen. Post it anywhere. I'm just going to write it down and then I'll Google it afterwards. CERAM coat. There we go. Written down. So the question is, I don't think it's actually the right colour for the eyes. Maybe I should go with. Should we go with not Gaussian? Should I go with this one again for the eyes of the Steelers? Or is it going to be too... You know what, I'm going to give it a go. Why not? Let's give it a go. Let's give that a go. Well, that's worked out all right. I want to do this little eye in here though. I really want to get a little, just a little dab in those bits. Like that. Oh, it worked out perfectly. Now for the bigger eye. That's all it needs. Yeah, okay. Good, let's do that. I like that they kind of look a little bit like cataracts. Terrifying. Okay, eyes done. Go grab my tea, and then we can figure out how we want to progress. I'm thinking, gents, I need your thoughts on this. So it's the flesh for the Steelers. It will look like this in relation to how it looks next to. It'll be next to like the Cantor blue, the navy blue. So something's not quite hitting right. I don't know what it is. I'm open to suggestions. Maybe a wash. Maybe a pink wash. Oh man, I bloody love tea. I bloody love tea. It's bloody lovely. Although it's got to be builder's tea. For those of you who don't know what builder's tea is, it's two tea bags of English breakfast. That's the one. A little splash of milk is delicious. Oh, I'm gonna have another bit. So nice. Right, let's get a pink ink. Right, let's let that dry. Yeah, you're right, Francois. It's too uniform. It needs to be more organic. You are spot on correct, sir. That is exactly what the problem is. Maybe we need to patch cover it a little bit. The issue is dry brushing. I feel like it leaves it a little bit too open to chance. I don't know. Stippling, I think. I think I'm with you on stippling. Yeah, I'll try it. We can try splotches. Wahama! Wamama! talking Dreadnought. We're talking Dreadnought base coat. Is Ark Raiders any good? And what kind of game is it? I've only seen it thrown around a couple of times. Yeah, I was looking at some Napoleonic Wars sims. I was looking at Total War Napoleon, Total War Empire, which I have, and then the other one was like Master of Command. I was kind of curious about that. Fancy me some Napoleonic battles. You didn't tell me what kind of game it was. You just said it was fun. I think it's like, is it like what do you call it? Your PUBGs, your friggin' queue simulators, loot bot simulator, where I just collect stuff and then get killed. Right, let's try stippling. Just doesn't look good, stippling. Let's try dry brushing the other side. I hate dry brushing. I don't like how it looks because it looks like dry brushing, you know. I'm past it. I just, maybe for terrain. So yeah, stippling doesn't work. Let's just completely cover this in Wraithbone. Right. And then ink it. I thought I just tried stippling. The trouble with stippling is I can't control when it sinks into a recess. That's the issue. So that's pink ink with this over it. It kind of gets this creamy pink. Maybe I don't even need to. No, it's alright, Dark. You come up with some good gems, so I'm not just going to ignore you, but I'm still not there with this Genestealer colour. I like it. It's like white and pink, but I think maybe the first one was the way to go, because then it's like a really subtle pink and bone, but without the Corax. If I just go double layer Wraithbone, but then what can I highlight from Wraithbone? What can I go up from Wraithbone? You can't really. So what if I went lighter tone, Screaming Skull, and then Wraithbone highlights? Let's try that. Let's try that. Maybe a smidge of ink whilst it's still wet. I'm going to go smidge of ink. Like tiny bit of ink. Just ever such a tiny amount of ink. Right, let's let that dry. Need some more practice pieces, that's what I need. Um, let's take a little bit of grace here. Yeah, it's just need to figure it out. Need Terminator's not too far along. Okay. Alright guys, we are coming up on 2 hours. We never did get that pink going, but the top one looks alright. So that was, but maybe it's a little bit milky. Maybe I want something that stands out a little bit more. But we've got the leg to test, but I don't think we're quite there. Maybe, just maybe, pink isn't the way to go. Maybe it's a purple. Maybe it's a light purple. We could test this one next time. I need to find another test mini, but this is quite nice. Might be this one. In fact, I'm going to paint some of this on the other leg right now, just so that it's ready. Oh, it's very thick. There we go. We'll give that a go. See how that goes. Right guys, so chat's quiet. So I'm off 2 hours. I'm going to go assemble some bits, I think. Assemble some bits or hop on Discord or play some Civ, I don't know yet. But as for painting, that's 2 hours today. That's not too shabby. I will catch up with you tomorrow. We'll do the 2 hours thing. I think this is the way to go. But yeah, hopefully some more social next time. But not to worry if it doesn't. Take care, guys. I will catch up with you later on. See ya.